try.
Chewbacca Mom.
I'm not hosting. That was a
so
disaster
funny.
last time.
No, it was not fun. It was not that funny.
Why not?
Chewbacca Mom was hilarious.
It was not funny.
You're fired.
You
Really?
Yes.
you have no
Really?
Yes.
soul.
Soulless.
Ass.
Playback error. F you at ESPN.
We're recording.
Really?
We're filming.
It is my happy time of the year right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, great. Put a happy time away for a minute.
Keep it in your pants.
It's time to fucking record.
Okay. I shall host.
I feel bad.
I hope she gets out, but now they're gonna be after her.
But this is where we get badass Arya. I think he's the rulemaker.
Arya kills.
Anyways.
Okay.
Let's start this
hosting?
and then.
Yeah, we're starting into this already. Right?
Okay.
Excuse me, you do not want me to host? We have that shit on camera.
Jaden was last, so
What?
she doesn't.
No, she didn't even do it.
I just said I'll host.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought that's what your reaction was
doing
too.
that, but
I was very offended just then, and I do not offend easily.
I thought you said you didn't want to host.
Oh,
That's
no. No, I was just offended
okay.
with this guy.
This fucking guy.
Hey guys, it's Nerd Jams, and we are back again to recap Game of Thrones Season 6, Episode 6.
Oh.
Blood of My Blood. I know it's only 4 episodes left, it's sad. And let's go ahead and start with who we have.
Jaden.
Adam.
Michael, Mark.
What?
What? The M's confused.
Mark, Nathan, and Shannon. We were actually just going over what all happened in this episode so that I could do this properly, and then we immediately started discussing it. So I think we kind of thought it was a little bit of a boring episode, but apparently from our heated discussion already going, we're gonna have a fun one here. All right, episode opened with Bran, and what is her name? We are so bad
Oh
at
my
this.
gosh, no, I knew it.
Useless girl that couldn't fight off anybody and should have hold the door.
No.
Oh. So did you just tell me to put
It
my
has
beer
an
down?
E in it.
Is that what you were telling me to do?
Why?
I don't know.
Free-
I am
free
of
marketing.
age. Free marketing, give us money. I am
Mira.
of age.
Mira! It's Mira!
Alright, anyways, back on track. Opens with Bran and Mira,
Mira.
correct?
Yes, Mira.
and she's dragging him through the snow. And is it the White Walkers that catch up to him?
Uh-huh.
The White Walkers start to catch up to him. And here's where my memory does not keep with me, because this guy that saves them comes riding in on the horse, and half the people in the room like, it's the uncle! And Uncle
Who?
Benjen. It's the who?
Benjen. It was Benjen.
Uncle Benjen. I did not pick up on Uncle, my memory failed me until until Bran said, Uncle Benjen.
No, because it was one of those things where I was like, we didn't see him die.
Yeah.
He's not dead.
Who would be up in the north waiting to help someone?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's all coming
Like,
back
to
to me
wait
now.
for this moment.
His story really made me sad though, like when he,
Yeah.
because they had reported that he was lost, and everything. And so when he says,
assumed
yeah,
he died.
the King White Walker guy killed me with his ice sword, and everything.
Stabbed me in the
But then
stomach.
who did he say saved him with
The children.
The children
The
came and
fairies.
saved him and put the dragon glass in him. But I'm confused how it didn't turn him into one of them.
It was, I guess, just
They
stop the
they
process.
said that
So
that's all
the
Well, they're
same
magical
way-
But-
creatures.
And it makes sense
Yes.
though why they did it and everything, because he was obviously looking to support the Three-Eyed Raven, who
Mhm.
Bran is now. So
Yeah, I
think
feel
it
like
was
he's-
also just saying that the power that turned the White Walkers can also eventually heal them.
It's
Or
whatever. I
stop-
think it's gonna be
stop
whatever
the
their
process.
intention is.
And speaking of the children, if you saw this picture on Instagram, the main, I can't remember the main
I have no idea what her name
child's
is.
name, but
I
you see
didn't know
her
they had names.
out of her makeup and inner makeup. Oh my gosh, props to those people.
No,
Yeah.
really, because I noticed that in the last episode, just like, and it wasn't even like this crazy like close-up shot. It was actually like you saw like her leg or something, but the detail, just even on
They're
their
really good.
costume and the makeup on the leg, I was just
So
like, it was
dragon.
so good,
Can't wait to get there.
so good.
They're really great. I mean, you can see why they only can produce 10 episodes a season, why it takes so long between the seasons, and they put a lot of effort into it, and we get the benefits of that. You got something to say on that?
Yeah. Just like episode overall was kind of boring, and they cannot afford to have 2 of these episodes like this. They had like episode 3. Was
Yes.
That was
Episode 3
boring?
was more boring than this one.
I feel like
I thought they're about the same.
Well, it's
I
got
don't
Sam in
find
it.
it
Any
as boring.
episode with Sam in it being a main storyline is dubbed boring.
I was actually fine with that.
Yeah,
I was actually
subtraction
curious
on
to
his
see
history
Yeah.
and stuff.
his family and that whole.
I loved they
Gillian
introduced
address.
about it.
I love that they
Ha!
introduced a new sword.
Yes.
When
Yeah,
they were
that's
talking
another
about that.
Because there's no more
sword.
Valyrian
Yeah,
steel.
because they've made you think like, hey, these great houses that were fighting in this one war long ago, they raided all the king's, like, what's the metal called?
Valyrian
Valyrian
steel.
Valyrian steel. And so you have this just like rare metal that's just like, we now know it can kill White Walkers and like, or it's like can
Wait.
fight against them and everything, because that's what Jon Snow had.
Yeah,
when he
that's what
actually
Jon-
fought
That's
that.
right.
Kills that
See,
one.
And so, like, you have this rare stuff, and so it's just like finding a unique item in a game. You're just like, oh,
Yeah.
da 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 da.
Mithril.
yeah.
It's dangerous to
Sam
go. No,
doesn't-
take this.
Sam doesn't know it can kill dragons yet, or kill White Walkers yet.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He still
wasn't
thinks
out
it's
there.
just dragon glass, so that is an interesting
Well,
story.
you would hope,
Oh,
you would
yeah.
hope that he's smart enough to do his research and everything and
Yeah.
find that knowledge somewhere without having to actually do it.
Well, I mean, but really, does anyone know?
Besides John, no.
But that's
I
I think that's going to come into play, is what I'm saying. Like
Right,
Sam doesn't
right,
know
right.
it, and he took it as his heroic moment. But we're jumping around, so let's go back to Bran real quick.
Well, yeah, but like with Bran as well as the king. Holy crap, we saw him. We actually saw him, and Jaime kill him. Like
Wait,
in
what?
flashes.
I love those flashbacks.
I missed that.
When he was
Oh,
yelling,
yeah.
"Burn
I was
them
gonna
all."
say I love
you,
the
you had the
flashbacks.
Mad King sitting on the throne, and you just kept hearing burn them all," just like Jamie was explaining earlier in the season or last
Right,
season.
or in the third season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he's
So
with Brienne.
yeah, so I just loved that
Oh,
image
so
and everything.
Yeah,
and you
you
had the
actually gotta
green
see all those
fire. What's that
flashbacks.
stuff called? That they
Um,
run the ships.
I just know it's
Dragon.
Fire.
No, it's
Dragon's breath or something.
No.
it's.
But anyway, you had that burning through and everything.
really
That's
good
what the
at-
Mad King was
We're
using.
great at this,
Fact
guys.
checking.
But that was a really cool image, and then you kept seeing like Bran's passing through all these images and everything.
It's something fire.
And you see
Oh,
him
yeah.
like dropping repeatedly from his tower and all this stuff that he's seeing. And
Yeah,
so
you saw
I
Catelyn.
Wildfire.
yeah,
And
you
Rob,
saw,
we saw
saw
Robb
Robb and
Stark
Catelyn.
fall. My
Yeah.
heart.
So yeah, it was.
So it was good, and we saw that. Was it? I don't remember if it was y'all talking that brought this up, or if it was something on Tumblr. If you've watched our videos at all, thank you. But if you've watched our videos at all, you know how I felt about the time travel-ish aspect of Bran causing Hodor's
Affecting the
mentality and such. But I remember someone's theory being that Bran is the one who drove the king mad.
Whoa.
Was that okay? Obviously, that was on Tumblr. So they talk about how he heard voices and spoke to people.
Yeah.
So there's a theory that
Red.
Yeah,
Might have
Red
been.
Raven did it.
there's a theory
Well, and then I
that
saw something too.
Bran. Sorry, there's a theory
No,
that
you're good.
Bran is the one whispering things to him, or
And driving him mad
and that's
in
what
time
drives him
of
mad.
But
being-
on the other hand, the Targaryens were notorious for inbreeding, and that's the theory of why he was mad, is because that messes with your
After,
genetics.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
So
but that's the
inbreeding.
theory.
So I can
Because
see
they
either
don't
way.
know about
I can see either way though.
Yeah.
I did see a theory that they actually had Max von Sydow's face is the face on the. Oh my gosh!
On the tree?
On the trees. Yeah. What are they called again? Jeez, I knew it.
No idea.
I'll look it up.
I want to say dogwood, but that's not.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
Godswood. The Godswood.
God's will. But
Right.
if that is, and here's where I'm so torn about the way that they introduced this and how I really hate that storyline. But that part is kind of really cool. I wish it wasn't Bran,
See, I
because
think-
Bran is now and that happened then. I wish maybe if they revealed that since it was the Three-Eye Raven, if they revealed that it was somebody else that did it, that
That
had
old
more
guy.
control of it,
The old
maybe that would be more interesting to me. He was in the present and he was driving him mad on purpose. That would be cool.
But see, this just supports that even more, that these writers and D.B. Weiss and David
Ugh,
Benioff,
D.B. Weiss.
they aren't just pulling this crap out of their butts now that
Yep.
George R. R. Martin's gone. They actually consulted him. Like I read about later
I
that they
forgot to
actually
tweet him.
talked to him about the whole Hodor thing. You know, that all came from him. So this is part
From
of
George
the,
R. R. Martin.
yeah. They consulted with him. This
Well,
is
then I
all
don't
part of
retweet
his
him
plan.
anymore. So that's Bran's storyline.
Still a
Anything
little
else?
bitter about that one.
Anything else we need to touch on with that? Well, Uncle Benjen. Here, we jumped ahead again, but the Dragon's Glass and how it can do different things. It created the first White Walker, and it saved Benjen from turning. but didn't kill him, and now I believe he's a servant of the Three-Eyed Raven, of the servant of whatever they are. But when he pulls his face guard off, his handkerchief, bandana, that's the word I'm looking for.
It showed the frostbite.
Yeah, you can see he looks completely
He was starting
different.
to, decay and
And Kellen, even right before he spoke about how the dragon glass saved him and stuff, your wife said he looks like a White Walker, and then that explained it and such like
minus
that.
the blue eyes.
Yeah, minus the blue eyes. Oh man, that kid in the play.
Yeah, speaking of White
Ooh,
Walker.
jeez. So Bran, and then goes into Sam and Gilly on their way to wherever
Hornshill.
his house. What is it?
Hornsville.
Hornshill. They show the shot of the stone building, and I went, is that a city or their house?
It looks like Rome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
It's
it was very
Kingdom.
Roman.
Yeah, it's a city.
So like, I need to see the Lannisters' house compared to that, because the Lannisters
will.
are supposed to be the
No,
wealthiest.
I really want to see Casterly Rock.
I think they showed it in the preview, didn't they?
Did
I
they?
don't know.
Because I think that's where Jamie's going.
No, he's going to River Run.
No, he's going
Blackfish.
River.
Yeah, I know. He talks to the Blackfish dude or something. But then I thought I saw another clip of like another shot of
Possibly.
another place, but
Yeah, no, I'm
so that's what,
curious.
because the Lannisters are supposed to be the wealthiest family, so if that's this guy's house, he's obviously wealthy, but holy crap.
we have seen it. I just remembered. In season 1, they show
Too far back.
they show like I think it's when Rob is attacking Casterly Rock,
Rob.
I think.
Oh.
And they show just a quick
Okay,
glimpse of it.
I'll look for it later. That's one thing, I love continuity in shows, and I really love that they're tying all these storylines, because I do remember now that Uncle Benjen is back in my brain and stuff, us talking about all the different people who we thought have died, or we don't know if they're dead. But yeah, seeing, having them tie all these different storylines in, and I'm just like, I need to marathon this, obviously, or go back to these seasons, because I'm not as quick as y'all when on the uptake with these and all, but so Uncle Benjen's around.
007. 007. Sorry.
Grey's reference. So we go to Sam and Gilly, who I love, by the way. Like, that actress,
I love Gilly.
so good.
She's gorgeous.
She really-
outside.
she
No,
is.
really.
Show.
She really is. I
No,
saw
yeah, because
her.
I watched her on Skins.
The Skins, yep.
And oh my gosh, she was amazing
Yep.
in that show. Yeah, no, when I saw that they brought her on as Gilly, I was super
Mm-hmm.
excited because no, I do love. I think it's Hannah Murray.
I don't know.
She, yeah.
One of the
Hannah
things
Murray.
I love about just getting invested in a show and stuff is seeing the way actors are. And this show is really good at casting great actors that you've never heard or seen before. The dad, Sam's dad.
Lots of British actors.
Oh, I remember him though.
Mm-hmm.
He's from X-Men First Class. He's the French-speaking Nazi who gets his teeth ripped out.
Yes,
Oh.
I actually remember that.
Well,
and
I
I
mean,
didn't even like that movie.
he's very angry enough to be a Nazi.
Yeah.
But just the
That's what
little
he has.
things.
No, I know. Yeah,
The
yeah.
little things. The way that whenever they would they would pan to him, and just the way, the facial expressions, the disdain, the disgust. But in that whole scene, I was more engrossed with all the side characters that weren't speaking.
His brother.
Well, that wasn't his brother. That's the guy that his sister's supposed to marry.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's not so bad.
He's not
makes
that bad.
more sense. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I was like, how is he
Yeah.
so trim and handsome?
Oh, I thought he did have a brother though.
Possibly, but that's the
I thought
guy
he
that
did
she's
have a
supposed to
younger
marry.
Yeah.
Because I think that's why they had her say that line, to understand who this guy is.
Yeah.
He's not so bad.
Well,
He
he was bragging about taking down a
Yeah.
deer from 70 yards.
He seemed to be
I
okay
sprinted
with Sam,
70
though.
yards with a football.
Yeah,
It's not
no,
that far.
I think he legitimately was actually trying to talk to Sam and everything. Because even when the dad like starts like coming down on Sam, he just gets a little quiet too, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, this is uncomfortable."
75 yards with archery is good. They're only doing archery.
But that does help explain it though, because I was like, why doesn't his brother speak up?
Katniss is better. It's fine.
Screw Katniss.
I would.
Oh my gosh. I'm on an anti-Jennifer Lawrence.
No more
kick.
clam and tomato for you.
Alright, so we're at the table and we see how awful Sam's dad is. Which I don't know if I just missed it in the earlier episodes probably, but when Sam's talking about how his father forced him to denounce his name, and that's why he's at the...
Completely lost his inheritance and
crap.
everything like that. That was like when he was telling John
It's
about
rough.
that back at Castle Black and everything. I'm like, wow. So you weren't a criminal.
Yeah.
You were forced to come here against your will or be murdered.
Or,
by your
well,
father.
yeah, or
By
just
your
Yeah,
leave
father.
by your own father.
Like that was just too much to me. And then you see him, you're like, you.
I mean, that takes a lot of balls to go back to that father who would do something like that.
And I'm glad he came back because the whole entire time at the table, he's just he got more and more cowering the more his dad talked. And like by the end, I was like, Sam, you're pathetic. Like you deserve to be treated like that because you put up with it and you accept it, and you just walk away like, yeah, okay, you'll take Gilly and everything. But then like when it turns around and he's taking the sword, we're leaving and everything. I'm like, okay,
screw this.
That's good because I had completely let go of Sam's character and been like, yeah, that's like 3 times in a row that you've had a really important moment and you wimp out of it or something.
So you guys were saying all that and like beating on Sam, and I was like, can you imagine your entire life though with this dude?
Yeah.
And the crap that he just puts you through?
Yeah.
No wonder he's cowering there. I mean, it's like, what do you expect?
What I'm trying to figure out is what they wanted us to get out of that scene. Like, are we supposed to pity Sam, or are we supposed to rally behind him and want him to have that moment? Because we were yelling. I know Mark hates it when we talk, and I turn the volume up. Excuse me. But we were yelling at Sam in that episode, and I'm yelling at Gilly. Gilly, like her. Again, the small things the actors are doing as they're doing like the downcast eyes and the tension that you can see building in the mother and daughter and the soon-to-be brother-in-law. But Gilly's chest just starts heaving. She is
she's
stewing.
So mad.
I love that she's.
But I love that she knows
but
her
Sam
place.
is just
but
doing
yeah,
this.
she doesn't want to.
She called his dad a coward, and I was just like,
yeah.
No.
Well, but on top of that, you like that Sam had his moment and he got the sword, and I'm over here like, no, you don't get to be a hero when no one's there to stop you. Like you're stealing the sword and the girl and and the son in the middle of the night. That's not ninja. That's not ninja.
That's intelligent though. I mean, his dad. I have no doubt that his dad would have.
Yeah.
But I think this might be an unpopular view. But his dad's, I guess, isn't as bad as we might think, because he actually says that, you know, I'll let the wildling stay. I'll even give her a job, and we'll even raise his son.
And he's gonna raise the bastard
Yeah.
like Jon Snow was raised. Kind of.
I mean,
only because he thinks it's his blood.
Yeah, that. Yes, there's that, but still, he could have just killed him right then and there, and he would have every reason to, because he's a wildling. So.
In his eyes, yeah. But I did enjoy that scene. As much as I have disliked Sam's scenes over the seasons, I actually thoroughly enjoyed that dinner scene. It was just very well directed, very well like the camera shots, the wide angles, so that you could pick up everyone. I enjoyed.
Close up.
Getting up to the dad, that's interesting.
He put it in my toe.
My mom and the sister actually like having comments and stuff about the dad. That makes me wonder if he just has, because he's not like a Walter Frey, obviously not a molester, but he's not, you know, an abuser. And I kind of was getting that vibe from him at first, like they looked like they might be scared of him. But when the daughter just said that that's braver than my dad or whatever, I was like, ooh.
But you have that kind of stuff that's probably like, I think his dad, Sam's dad, is like that mean and harsh with him, wanting a reaction, saying, be a man and speak back to me and everything, and maybe I'll respect you. So the daughter alone, like saying that kind of stuff, he probably has more respect for her than him, just because she's feisty and is like just like her mom or something.
Can we talk about the mom for a second?
Yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah. I love her.
She is so awesome.
Yeah, when you see a woman in these like types of eras and everything stand up to their king or like lord or whatever, it's like good for you. Like you're empowered and everything. You don't think that he's just gonna murder you and get another wife. Cool.
New favorite character, the actress. I love her.
Oh, the gypsy
I'm like,
woman?
don't kill her.
Yeah.
I like her. She's all the way she's talking to Arya, and she's.
I liked her, but I was just the whole entire time I'm like, you gotta finish the mission. Just do the mission and everything. Don't fuck it up.
Don't fuck it up.
And the whole entire time I'm like, she's gonna like her or something. So when she poured the poison and then left, I'm like, good.
That's it.
And then the woman talks to her. It's one of those things. The minute that she gets stopped and she kind of starts to talk to her, like
all
a
going
mentor,
downhill.
we all knew something was going down. But Needle is back.
Yes.
Once again, another detail I forgot until I saw her in the rocks.
She's like,
she buried it.
What is she burying?
Oh, I know. I was like,
No,
she's gone.
as soon as she was at the rocks, I was like, it's Needle. But I just had forgotten she buried it. And we might get to see her kill the other woman.
I hope so.
I don't think she can though. She got her butt kicked so much.
She didn't have Needle.
Doesn't matter.
She is a very good
I
swordsman.
think that blonde girl can beat her with a wooden stick with Needle. Like
Yep,
when they were going hand to hand and doing all that stuff, she was
We're gonna find out.
completely overpowering her. And so I'm concerned that
I
Sansa's
think-
gonna be
no,
like, oh,
'cause
I
I-
have Needle now, I'm gonna
No,
try to
right,
kill
I
her.
feel like that's gonna be like
Or-
the testing is where the guy tells her like, yeah, go ahead, don't let her suffer.
Yeah, don't
But
let
I
her
think
suffer.
he knows like Arya's gonna kind of protect herself because she knows what she did wrong, and I think he
I really
does
want that girl to
favor
die.
Arya, and so I think Arya is going to kill her, and he's gonna be like, okay, cool.
I
That's
think,
gonna be her
Yeah,
test.
please, the many-faced
no,
god.
I don't think it's gonna be okay, cool. I think it's gonna be like, okay, you protected yourself and everything, but you can no longer be in this League of Assassins.
I asked it in one of our early episodes. Do we think she's gonna kill him?
No.
No.
I don't think she'll kill him.
I think we'll go that far though. I think he'll let her stay because he's gonna be like, you killed this chick who let herself get all vengeful and everything, and emotional about you.
She's jealous.
So maybe I'm thinking, I'm kind of leaning towards that.
I think he is the many-faced god.
Yeah. After the whole season finale last year and everything of him dying, coming back, taking her vision and everything, I think because he is the only one we've witnessed to actually use like the face powers and like actually like mirroring people. That blonde chick, you've always seen just her in public like Sansa, just dressed up.
Arya.
Sorry.
I wouldn't correct you if I didn't love Arya all of a sudden. I mean Sansa all of a sudden. Fuck! It's rubbing off. The play was awesome. The speech was actually really, like, to see Arya and the way that she started to emote. Obviously was not over Joffrey, but I think that was just a mother and a child. And she's missing that, and she definitely, knowing that Catelyn and Robert.
to actually have her tell the actress that, be like, that's a mother who lost her child, I think she'd be angry. And because Arya was not there for any of that.
Yeah,
she
so
knows
she's seeing that play and going, oh, this is kind of how it went down.
Yeah.
But she also she knows
She knows Cersei enough,
knows
yeah.
her very
Yeah,
well.
no, exactly.
She's like,
But
this-
Well, but
it's-
she
yeah,
knows the
she
loss of a
knows.
loved one in like being murdered. And
Yeah.
so I feel like she was more taking that
She's
as.
using that.
But Arya's storyline, that's pretty much all we got out of it, was that, and I don't know, I feel like the actress is going to be a little bit more of a role now. Do you think she's a throwaway character, or we're going to see her a
I
little
think
bit
she's
later?
a throwaway
Yeah?
character. I don't
Wait.
think we'll see her again
Oh,
because now
gotcha.
Arya's going away.
But Arya's
She's
still in
either
the town.
leaving, but
Yeah,
I mean,
but
her
Arya's still there.
direction is now either leaving or going to be like working with that. I don't think she'll have any need there. There's no point for the story to go back to that theater.
Well, are they a traveling theater?
They're traveling
They
theater.
are.
So I think she's gonna hitch a ride with them.
I do
I think we'll see them for a
too.
little
That was
while.
kind of the feel I got when she
She's
was
gonna
like,
try to,
because I joined them the very
stow
next
away.
day and left. And so I think,
Maybe she would.
I think there might be like a showdown
That's what I was
between
thinking.
her and the girl. She'll kill the girl and then leave with the theater.
Okay.
And
But
blend in with
But
the
if
theater.
he is the many-faced god, there's no running from him. So I think there's going to be some kind of contention there.
No, I
Her
agree.
abandoning
Like, we
whatever.
definitely won't be seeing the last of him.
That's true. Alright, so moving on, we have Tommen and Marjorie.
I don't
What
get
a
what's
weak,
going on.
what a weak-boned little manipulative or manipulable
Yes.
king. I don't like him.
Which I
Yeah.
kind of called this earlier in the season, though. I was saying that the High Sparrow was getting to him.
Yeah, this completely changed my mind.
Yeah,
about
no,
Tommen.
he wants
I
the
agree
throne.
too. The minute
He
he
wants the
looked at
throne.
Jamie and smiled,
He
I was
wants the
like,
throne.
yep, nope, yeah.
Well, he like I said, I'm still on the same page of he doesn't want the throne.
Yeah.
He wanted to be merged with the throne.
Yeah.
He wanted his
Yep.
power and the king's power to be the same and control together and have that influence and everything.
And now
I
he's got
believed that, but I
Mm.
didn't really feel like he was like using Marjorie to get Tommen to like agree to this thing and everything. So that was
But it's Marjorie. And I was saying, like, we all love her, but she's one of the most manipulative characters on the show.
She's smart.
But
She's
yet
one
we
of the
love her.
smartest.
I want to know what her play in this is.
She's killing the High Sparrow.
I think her
So?
only goal though was to get her brother.
Just
Well,
to
get
get
her-
Lord.
so-
After that whole scene of her and the cell with her brother, and he's like, I don't
Yeah.
care about like getting out, like
Mm-hmm.
or anything else other than getting out of here and everything, and just I think that completely flipped her switch of okay, I'm not gonna pretend that I'm not a sinner or I didn't do anything wrong. I'm just gonna completely do whatever I need
Yeah.
to do to get out of here. And then I think Tommen came in and they talked, and then everything was good from there on because they're like, yeah, we're gonna do whatever we need to get out of here and.
Right. But do we think that she's doing whatever she needs to do and saying all these things, or is she really buying into the faith?
No, she's
No,
just doing
I
it.
think
Yeah?
she's just doing
Because
it.
Granny Tyrell is not on board with
She's
this.
pissed. Oh
I'm,
my god.
I'm
Her and her
concerned,
fan.
like Granny
Yeah.
Tyrell was saying in the preview for next week, though, I'm really concerned, now that Marjorie's out and everything, she's pissed off even at Tommen, like it's gonna be a Lannister versus Tyrell's thing now. Like you made this happen. This is all your fault and everything. Like she was blaming Cersei.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like Cersei's going there to because they were on board with merging to get Marjorie out of there and Larys, and then so Cersei's back. Like, what's our plan? I think Granny Tyrell's gonna be like, you F this up.
Yep.
I like how.
Excuse me.
I like how they came in like in the name of the king, like saying they were gonna take her and everything.
I
the whole
called that.
time, Tommen's behind the door, probably thinking, I didn't say shit.
Time out. I might not have made this prediction in our episode, but when we saw, what is his name? The old guy giving the speech.
Sparrow.
No, it's Tyrell. Lord Tyrell.
No,
Yeah, it's Marjorie's dad.
that's Marjorie's dad.
Yeah, that's Marjorie's dad.
Oh,
He's the king, or he's the
What did
lord
Kelly
of.
call
He's the Lord of Cogsworth.
Cogsworth.
She thinks he's like Cogsworth from
Beauty and the Beast. Now it makes more sense.
It looks like
And then Jaime taking off. As soon as they showed him taking off his King's Guard
being
with one
punished.
arm, I gasped. I was just like, yeah. And then he's telling him, you don't have to do this. And
I want him to leave.
I want him to leave as well.
I like him away from Cersei.
yeah.
Like when they were sending him, like when they were giving the order to go help the Blackfish and do that and everything, I'm like, good, I might like
Okay.
you again, because this whole like, we're never gonna be apart and I'm gonna do
And they
whatever I
make
need
out
to do
again.
to save our family and then all that weirdness. I'm just like,
Yeah, she just manipulates
We
it
are
left
we
and
are
right.
skipping one of the coolest parts though. Is
We're
when he rides up the
We're
stairs.
not there yet.
Yeah.
Let's say.
We passed it.
I yelled out, yes!
But I think I'm hoping Jamie's a little bit more. I guess I'm hoping he's improved a bit. He's been kind of training behind the scenes.
his brain, like he only thinks with one brain when he's around Cersei, and I think he goes away from that, and that's why we liked him last time. I feel
Yep.
like.
Yeah. He's a trainer with Brienne.
But going back to the horse scene, definitely awesome. But he only went up to the first landing. I really was just sitting here thinking, like, just go up and kick him with your horse. Like, have the horse rear up and come down on him. That's what I wanted to see.
Except the whole crowd would have been.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Would have killed them.
Well, the crowd was kind of like.
The
No,
crowd
the
is
crowd was all
supporting
for it.
The crowd is definitely swayed. Is going to be swayed though. The crowd goes for whoever has the power.
Yep.
I think that whole crowd was there for the Sparrow. That's
If
his
they
crowd.
kill all those
As soon
sparrows,
as-
the crowd is going to bow down to the king's army. If they kill just the high sparrow, they're going to revolt. If they kill that religion, they kill that cult. None of them are involved in that cult.
But what's so scary about the whole thing is you just had that line of sparrows out there. But I was just waiting for, like, if something happens, first spear gets thrown, black, just to come down, and they were actually all hiding, and there are thousands of them.
Yeah.
Because you
Yeah.
don't see behind closed doors the people they're bringing in, the numbers and everything. They have
How
so
many
much.
could actually just be standing in that
Yeah,
crowd?
they have so
posing
much
as
confidence. They have so much
villains?
confidence in them that when the sparrows like says right to Jaime or Cersei like things like, "You can kill me, it won't matter." or
Yeah.
anything. It's
We're willing
because
to die for
he
this.
knows if I die, this militant will take everything over.
Well, Cersei and Granny Tyrell have said that you can't kill him because it'll just make him a martyr. Excuse me. It'll just make him a martyr.
He's got more
Take
power
that
than
plan
him.
for-
So, it was a pretty cool scene. Tommen's not. That actor's either doing a really great job or he's just really annoying and small. But for him, it was a great scene, but it lacked the power when he walked out. So I think I don't know if that's just great acting and directing or if it just is like that's the way they wanted it, but it could have been very powerful for the way they walked out. Everything but Tommen coming with it was very powerful for me. And I think that was intentional.
So, Cersei said that there's going to be a trial-wide combat.
And she has the mountain.
Yeah, but who do you think she's going to be facing? The mountain's going to be facing.
I don't know, but I think the mountain's gonna lose.
I was
I do
thinking they
too.
might get
There's
Loras.
so much faith behind that.
Not that there's just faith,
Just
but I
even,
think
like-
it's the fact that he's been pieced back together. And yeah, he's strong, like we saw him just smush that guy. He doesn't seem all there this
Yeah.
time, where he was able to outsmart
I
over
think
him.
he's pretty much a White Walker.
Yeah, he's a zombie or a Frankenstein.
I'm thinking that somehow they might get Loras Tyrell to fight him.
Larys,
Loras.
Loras, whatever.
Marjorie's brother. Somehow
he's a
they
great
might convince
swordsman.
him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somehow they might convince him to do it.
Well, in the first season, he
Well,
took
there's no
him down
somehow
with,
about it. Like the
Jester.
Tyrells hate the Lannisters,
That
whether
could-
they're
that could
working
be
together or
the
not.
Lannister versus the Tyrell House battle.
Yeah, that's a good prediction. You're on fire.
You heard it here first.
For a moment. Alright, so Lannisters, they make out, it's gross, whatever. Jaime's going to the Blackfish, who I was like, who is the Blackfish? Catelyn's uncle.
We know.
Uncle?
Oh, wait, they showed Walter Frey.
I thought
was
they went
hoping
Sam
they
and
would
Gilly
Walter
first.
Frey.
Walter Frey comes back, and the minute he's on
want him
screen,
dead.
we all yell, "Kill him!"
Want him dead.
Because we just hate him. And
D-E-D.
props to the actor.
Nasty-
Props to the actor. Like
Well,
his
he's a very-
Ever since Harry
Filch.
Potter, I thought he was just creepy.
No,
and-
like
Yeah.
he's Filch.
He's the land.
That's
the,
Filch.
the one.
He's the.
Oh my gosh, that's why I know him. Okay.
Yeah, no, the first
That makes
time I
more
seen him in
sense.
season 3, I was like,
Yeah.
ugh, Filch.
Now it makes sense with his damn cat. Walter Frey with his daughter right there. Poor, she's terrified.
Wait, was that his daughter or
Yeah,
his
it's
current
one
wife?
of his. It's one of his
both.
daughters. It's both. Yeah,
Oh
right.
yeah, he would.
Yeah. And they're his sons. And,
That's worse than Jamie and Cersei.
yeah.
It's like Gilly's dad all over again.
Yeah, that was bad. But he's telling them to go take Black Run, which we realized after watching it, discussing it. That's when, all of us, we were talking about it. Who Blackfish and River Run was. He's Littlefinger's army. When Littlefinger was telling Sansa, "Your uncle's taken River Run," that's who he's talking about. So I love how they tie all these things in. So Walter Frey's talking to his sons, and they're saying we don't have the numbers, and then he freaking tells them to show him the knife that you murdered his unborn child, and then the knife that you slit
That's the
his
knife
niece's.
that he has to his throat.
Yeah.
Creepy about.
And he says that's the knife that you slit his niece's throat with. All the feels came out. But yeah, then we find out Walter Frey's had the nephew locked up this whole time because he was supposed to get married to his hot daughter.
Yep.
The one and only. Why haven't we seen the hot daughter more? That was a good scene. I liked it. Like sometimes when you have those scenes, they kind of feel like filler scenes just to keep us updated with the information. But I actually enjoyed that scene. It was really good to see them. Like they feel very powerless, but at the same time, he's like, "Screw that, go." And now they're gonna get the Lannisters on their side, the Lannisters' army. Which, as much as they're falling apart and losing their wealth, they still have one of the biggest armies.
Just kill Frey.
Please
I'm
kill
done with
him.
this. Kill him.
Please.
Who do you think will kill him though? Who gets to kill him? Who deserves to kill him?
I hope
Arya.
Sansa. No, Arya. I think Arya. Yeah.
Yeah, because Arya was there.
She was right there.
Oh, that was
Right
awful.
there.
Khaleesi? My gosh. The writers
Oh,
for her
that
speeches.
shit.
Holy crap.
And her delivery of it.
Don't worry. I will touch on that in a moment. But you have to give credit to the writers.
I don't think the writers would do anything. They just say, speak gibberish for a little bit and we're going to put subtitles.
But who wrote the subtitles? Speeches, many times I've fangirled over it. They are amazing.
They are.
But when she's talking to Dario and he's kind of being condescending to her again.
Don't
What are you laughing?
You were
It's
not
fun.
meant to be a leader sitting in a chair. You were meant to be filmed
And she says, "What was I meant to do?" And one of us in the group said, "Sit on my dick."
drag him,
He's
eat him.
exactly.
I mean, well, you gotta. I mean, he hasn't seen her do any of this amazing stuff.
He saw her get burned and walk out after killing all the
Still,
calls.
it's not like he's Jorah and he's been there the entire time. He's seen every single amazing thing she's
Yeah.
done. So
Agreed.
He still
I-
needs convincing.
When she says, "Hold on a minute" or whatever, "I'll be back," I immediately was like, "Dragon."
Yeah.
Well, we kind of.
I'm glad that it was the oldest one too,
Yes.
or not the oldest, the biggest. I don't say age.
We'll say.
But I was
Yes,
worried
first.
that she was going to find the two around there, and you're going to have this conflict of this like, But like when the thing's flying and how big he is and everything, I'm like, yes, Drogon.
Not gonna laugh. It was pretty funny when Dario tried to be like, "I'm gonna go look for her. Wait for me here." Like all the Dothraki were like,
Okay.
"Bitch, please."
Yeah, have fun.
They were already. Well, that's what they were like, getting stir crazy and restless already, because they're a very simple-minded army, and they are very like,
Our leader's
"Oh,
gone.
she."
Our leader's
When we see the shadows coming on, and we're all like, "Oh, he's getting so big," and yeah.
he must be like, I guess they call him a bull dragon.
Mhm.
He's like the biggest, like twice as big as their other
He's
ones.
the alpha.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I just liked, like, she lands on it. She started talking about every call has had has picked the three riders.
Three blood riders.
And all I thought there was like, is she gonna pick one of these to ride a dragon?
Ride a dragon.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I don't want any of these people to ride a dragon. That's
Oh.
probably so far into the future. It's
All
probably
I
not
was
this
thinking was
season.
Tyrion and Jon are going to be her dragon riders.
Yeah.
So I have a theory when I
Yeah.
watched this whole scene. Because when you see, I think it was 2 seasons ago. Yeah, 2 seasons ago at the very end, Bran meets the three-eyed raven, and he says something about you'll never walk again, but you will fly.
Right.
I'm thinking he might warg a dragon in the future.
It's possible.
He could work John's dragon.
He doesn't have a direwolf anymore.
But he can control animal. Remember, he can control Hodor.
Yeah.
So maybe that's what they mean by he will fly.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's what I said.
in the future, if
maybe
they
he'll
No,
warg
because
a
I think I
dragon.
remember that
Oh, yeah,
happened is
warg.
because he wargs a crow at one point. And we were like, oh, that's
he's
what
flying.
he's freaking talking about.
I think there's
Flying now.
definitely more to that prophecy
Being a bird.
than just you're going to become a
Interesting.
bird for a little bit.
Okay.
Well, no, because even in that season, he has a vision of the dragon flying over
Yeah.
his landing.
Oh, I remember
Yeah.
seeing that in the
Yeah,
season preview, and I was so excited.
That was a complete tease.
And
And it
here
was
we
it was a very early episode that
seasons
they.
2 seasons later.
It was a very early episode that they showed us that it was just a vision.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
It was like this.
Because it was the
episode
dragon
of season.
shadow over
I really
Westeros.
can't wait for that though. Like I can't wait for all these little
All the
these-
storylines
all
to
these
come
little-
together.
All these small little minuscule problems with the Lannisters and their little power struggle they're having to just be blown away by a dragon. Have Jaime and Cersei standing up to them like you're not gonna do anything to us and just
Just Cersei. Just Cersei.
No,
Jamie's
they're
the-
not. I know.
I think Jaime
No,
needs
that
to
was
go
the
with
feel
her.
I got from this episode tonight when
Jamie's
they're
going
talking
back.
before they're like kissing and everything.
Blech.
The way they're talking about each other, I was like, it was just like confirmed for me. I was like, Cersei
That-
dies, Jamie dies.
That
This
was
is
one
what
of
it's
my,
Or
about.
that was
Jaime's
one of my
gonna die.
predictions. Is Jaime will be in
Yep.
the way of her dying, but won't be able to survive.
Yeah.
It's just wishful thinking.
Back to my favorite scene of this episode.
Okay.
You be quiet.
What scene would that be?
That would be Khaleesi on the back of her dragon, once again delivering a kick-ass speech. I get amped up when she gives these
That's
speeches.
why I feel like all kinds of armies are gonna get behind her
Yeah.
once they understand her or she's in the fray and everything. So that's why I want her to cross the sea like she's been trying to do
Yes.
since season 1.
But she doesn't know that Marines burned. They burned all the ships in Marine.
But then,
That's what got me
That's the
excited.
buckets.
That's another moment where I was slapping your wife because I was saying, she says, who has that many ships? And I was like, oh, Theon and his sister.
Yep.
I really hope that she's
they don't-
going after her uncle's idea
Yep.
and being like,
And I'm gonna find Khaleesi first. But they are still gonna have to build some ships, which time moves fast in this show. We saw with Sam's baby, or Gilly's baby. I was like, damn, that baby grew adorable.
Yes.
That kid's gonna be an amazing actor. He's all like giggling and smiling and stuff.
because of his giggle skills.
Because of his giggle skills. Like he's very engaged
cue.
already.
Look at him smiling and reaching out on cue.
Right? That was the director's note. He read it and he fucking nailed it.
Action.
it does.
Not one of her big inspirational speeches has ever fallen flat. So, good on the writers and good on the actress because she is damn good at doing that. Okay, anything else on this episode before we jump into the preview? No?
I had
You want to
another,
look at your notes and your nice handwriting?
I had another theory, but I can't remember. I didn't write.
Whose throat had the knife at it?
Oh, I remember.
Okay, go.
I was having. It's
You
it's
did write it down.
It's kind of a stupid theory, but I was kind of getting the feeling that maybe at some point Jamie might kill Tommen.
It's his son. Oh, they referenced him as his son again.
Yeah, I know it's
Yeah.
kind of a stupid theory, but at one point I was like,
His
I can kind
daughter,
of see him killing him in the future.
the daughter knew that Jamie was her dad.
Yeah.
Does
Do we think
Tommen?
Tommen knows?
I think he's too stupid.
Yeah, I think he's too simple-minded for it.
Tommen had like a full-on.
There was at one point when Sansa is speaking to whoever, and she just does the chin raise. I cheered out loud because I've been saying for 5 seasons Sansa needs to get a frickin' backbone, and I just
Have
hope
you?
that they continue to do this. Yes, you've had to hear me say this with vigor
I'm
behind
gonna
it.
make a compilation video of every time you've said that, and it will probably be an hour long.
I'm such a fan of actors and actresses because I'm not that talented. Even I comment on how expressive you are with your facial expressions all the time and the different things that you can do. Like I'm envious of those things. So watching these actors and actresses and stuff and how they can convey things just from a look or nod or just a body language. She's doing a good job for. I'm a fan.
No,
of the actress.
I will say Sophie Turner. Amazing.
Calm down.
To be fair, I just sidetracked really quick. I saw X-Men Apocalypse yesterday. Sophie Turner as Jean Grey. Like, I was already pretty excited for it, but good lord.
Really? I gotta go see it.
She was better than J-Lo.
Like,
she was better than J-Lo.
yeah, no, she was so good. And like, she's, like, I was making a joke earlier. I was like, her new name is Sansa Grey.
Alright, but that was my favorite thing about the preview. So that's what I'm most excited for next episode. Was not just like the way that she jutted out her chin and when the guy kind of started to step towards her and she held her head high, but the letter. We hear her saying, "I will always be a Stark." She signed it Sansa Stark, and we know how much names mean in this show. And I just love it. I love the Stark name. I'm on board with the Starks. Like.
It's where Tormund says, this guy came back, he died for us.
Oh, in the preview, yes.
If we don't die for him, if we aren't willing to do the same, then we're cowards.
That's
That's how, it doesn't matter if he has a Stark name. People are gonna hear that Jon Snow died and he's back, and they're gonna go, well, this guy has something going on with him.
Slightly agree with that. The wildlings definitely have that. They should, Tormund is exactly right. Because Jon Snow did die because of the wildlings.
Yeah.
Other armies are going to do one of two things. They're going to be like, yeah, he died, he's back. Hurrah. Or they're going to be like, black magic, we don't know about this.
Stay away.
Yeah.
Or
they're going to be like, he's a
woman
Stark, Sansa Stark's with him, we always back the Starks. Because the North remembers. Okay, real quick to wrap up. When we were watching the theater, and it's Joffrey dying again, anybody else just gets so excited and bubbly and like, yes, because we love when Joffrey died.
No, because every time those plays have been going on, it's a complete slap in the face, the real way it happened and everything. They're sending out the story to completely demonize the Starks and all, and
Starks and Tyrion.
Like, I just hate it. Like. And then on top of it, they're also poking fun and like twisting the knife at the Lannisters. Like they make Tywin poop himself all over the place on stage after he's shot.
No, yeah, because I remember that. They're painting the Lannisters in a really, really bright light. And then Tywin dies and shits. And I was like, no,
we'll find out if Tywin. We'll find out if Tywin Lannister that really does shit gold. They're all talking down on that writing. I was enjoying that.
I loved that Arya was laughing, and the only one in the crowd laughing.
And she's like, "Oh my God."
She's like,
but I hate just watching that because I'm just like,
I just was saying it brought back the memory of Joffrey dying, and that's what I love about this show. I know it's fictional, but we get so excited about people dying, and we want them to die. And Joffrey's death scene was brutal.
Sad about a show that makes you want children dead.
Yes, we've said that before.
Bravo.
But Joffrey's death was brutal, and it was fantastic.
Not brutal enough.
Not brutal enough.
Not brutal enough.
No, I agree. I think Ramsay Bolton should have.
Oh my gosh, that was beautiful.
Joffrey. But
fed him his own chopped off penis.
And then
more
to
about
his
penises. But yeah, I love when it brings back those memories and
those happy memories.
Yeah, of children dying.
From days yonder.
He wasn't really a child though at that point. He was like what, 17-ish?
That is a child.
You're a child.
I am still
I feel
a
like
child.
you lose your child. I feel like you lose that title when you
Is Arya a child?
kill dozens of people.
Do you consider Arya
No,
a child?
still a child.
Not in this.
Not really.
I feel like after like 13,
She's like
this,
14.
like this like time setting they have it in, you're being married off.
Because your life expectancy is to maybe
still a child.
45.
You're being married off as a child.
Yeah.
But I feel like the stuff that she's gone through, she's killed people, she's made decisions even grown-ups haven't made. I feel like she is not even considered a child anymore. So, but that's just me.
Rakan's the only one still a child.
Who?
Who?